Are you looking for an inexpensive gift to take to a baby shower? Something that will wow the mom? Well, these are the 11 best buys of 2022, and I can promise you these are items that I have tried and have been recommended by my mom's group, and we all approve. Item number 1 is a sound machine. So whether you do or you don't do sleep training, I definitely would recommend a sound machine. It's really great at just blanketing out noise, and you will never hear more sound than when you have a baby. So we live in the inner city. It's been super helpful for those busy nights or just when people are driving by, and I would definitely recommend it. The thing that I would also recommend, which is a pro tip for any of the sound machines that you go for, is to make sure that it has a continuous run. You don't want to go for a machine, the one that just ends after a few minutes, because when the baby stops sleeping, they will wake up and that will interrupt their sleep. So definitely recommend that. I've linked below the one that I've used, really affordable, and it does the job. Okay, item number 2 are baby cloths. Our precious baby used to spit up quite a bit, and so we would constantly be using these cloths just to wipe her off. So I would say even if you don't have a spit up baby, these can be used for bathing and for just general messes, and they are fantastic. They're soft so you can use them on a newborn skin, but they also have just the right grain so that you can wipe off any dirt and it actually comes off. We ended up buying 2 packs and we have been using them since the very beginning, so I would definitely recommend these. Okay, if you are breastfeeding, you want to really consider a little contraption that collects milk let down on the side that you're not breastfeeding. So there are a couple of options. Number 1 is the Haakaa Ladybug, really small and portable, really helpful to not get kicked off by little feet. Option number 2 is the Haakaa pump. This one actually is great because you don't even need an electric pump. This could actually do it for you. And then option number 3 is one that one of my mom friends recommended, which is the Nature Silicone Bond. I didn't personally use this one, but she said it worked just as well as the Haakaa, and it was less expensive. It did have an expiry date though. Whatever you do though, if you go for any of these 2 options, make sure that you buy one with a suctioned base. This will be super helpful so you can put it on the countertop and you don't knock it over accidentally, which is so easy to happen at 3 in the morning when you're tired and you're feeding a baby. Okay, option number 4, baby nail files. Oh my gosh, nobody tells you how sharp little talons baby nails are, especially when they're like newborn, and they grow like crazy, so they can just scratch you and it hurts. Plus you are terrified of cutting their nails because you're scared that you're going to cut them. So the option that you can use is the baby nail file. I've linked it below. The option that what a mom recommended to me and that I have recommended to other moms, and I have bought for other moms because I'm just like, trust me, you don't want to go through the drama of accidentally hurting your baby, and the nail file just does the trick. It's fantastic. It has different options for different ages, so you're not going to do anything that hurts the baby's skin, and you can put it directly to the baby's skin without, and it will file down the nail, but it won't hurt the skin. So I would definitely recommend this one as a gift or for yourself. Item number 5 is not a thing. It's the Huckleberry app. So this app is fantastic at tracking food, diapers, amount that the baby has slept, which seems trivial, but when you are completely exhausted and the pediatrician asks you, how many diapers did baby have? And you're like, I don't actually know. This app will do all the tracking for you and have a summary of that day by day, and you can make sure that everything is going according to plan. The other pro tip that I have with this app is that you can download one account to 2 different phones so that your partner is able to sync and add the same things to the same account. You're not duplicating anything. And that's the other pro tip I would have, is to download this before you have the baby so you get used to using it. There is also a free version which is incredibly helpful. You don't even sometimes need to upgrade. But then there is a pro version that actually tells you when to put the baby down for an optimal sleep, which is helpful. But whichever version you go with, the Huckleberry app is incredible, and I would absolutely recommend it hands down so that you can keep your sanity. So while I was making a compilation for this video, I asked my husband what is the best baby item he recommended, and he totally reminded me about the Halo SleepSack. It's a swaddle sack, so you're able to swaddle the baby, especially during those early stages when they will shake themselves awake from sleep because that's just part of their natural reflexes. So I would absolutely recommend this because it is way easier than trying to swaddle a live baby, because you can practice on a doll, but it is so different when you're trying it on a baby. The other option is the one that my friend Haakaa recommended, which is a weighted sleep sack. It is a little bit more expensive, but she said it was a complete game changer for being able to help the baby fall asleep for longer. And truthfully, when you are super exhausted, you are willing to do anything to make your baby sleep. So I've linked the two options below. I would absolutely recommend just get a swaddle sleep sack at the beginning, maybe the weighted one if you need the extra sleep. Okay, the next option that I have on our list is a night light, which sounds really basic, but it's actually incredibly helpful. And the one that I have is the Vava lamp / the JolyWell. They've recently rebranded, but I've linked the option that I've used below. This is an incredibly helpful option for when you are busy moving in the middle of the night and it's dark in the room and you just need a little bit of light to get you where you're going without waking up the baby. The reason I love this lamp is that you're able just to reach on it and tap it and it turns on. The other thing that's really great is that you have a variability of light. So if you just touch it, it will actually change the light from warm to cool as well as dim. So I can tell you, when you are busy in the middle of the night looking after the baby and you're just like reaching and you don't want to fiddle for a switch, being able just to tap on a light is a game changer. And this particular one is not even that expensive compared to some of the other really expensive options out there. So I would definitely recommend this nightlight. Okay, I would like you to learn from my mistakes with the next option. Get yourself a great nursing pillow. I've linked the one that I've used below. You also want to have a great nursing chair. And I had one that was super comfortable. I knew to do that, but I never thought of buying the two options together to make sure how they fit. So I will link the options that I have, but what I would say is this is one of these things that you should actually just go into a store, get yourself a nice big nursing pillow, and then sit with it in a chair. And it will be so important because you're spending hours in that chair and you want to be comfortable. The third thing that I will add as part of this grouping, which is an inexpensive buy, is to get a plastic footstool. Yes, some of these chairs do come with a glider and that's really important to have that motion. But sometimes when you just want to prop your foot up and be able to move yourself, having a little small, cheap plastic footstool enables you to do that. So I would definitely recommend take the time, spend the extra money, learn from my mistakes, and get a great nursing chair, a nursing pillow, and footstool. Okay, the next option is for all my Canadian mamas. If you're looking for a good bum balm or something just to make sure that your baby doesn't get a diaper rash, Rocky Mountain Bum Balm for babies is incredible. It's natural and it smells great and it actually makes sure that your baby doesn't get a rash. My sister-in-law, who has 4 kids, recommended it to me and it is so good, and we have used it for 9 months and it has taken care of making sure that we have no diaper rash and it has had no problems for our baby. So this one's only Canadian, but I absolutely recommend it. Okay. Option number 10, the Avanchy straw cup. So this is when your baby starts to eat. They'll also be able to drink a little bit of water, and they can actually learn how to suck from a straw as well as drink from an open cup if you give them the right cup and the opportunity to do so. The reason I love this cup is that it's a soft silicone. It has a straw that a baby can bite on, which is really great for when they're teething, but it also has a little ridge around it so it doesn't pull out of the cup, which is fantastic. It's also the way it's designed. The water, if it falls, it doesn't spill everywhere. Most of the time it actually just remains in the cup. And even if you turn it upside down, there's just a little bit of a trickle. And once baby is actually comfortable with drinking from the straw, you can graduate to drinking open cup. And this cup is just the right size for their hands, so they're able to just drink from it. My only regret is that I didn't buy 2 of these at once. So I would definitely recommend this one for any babies that are starting to feed and for any moms that need to feed their babies. Option number 11 is also not a thing, but it's one that I would definitely recommend hands down, and that is doing a mom's class. This is something that's a birth and babies class, something that takes you through the basics of birthing as well as the early stages of having a baby. The information from these classes is incredibly helpful, but more importantly, you're going to actually meet some incredible moms who you will journey with during the biggest adventure of your life. And while you are, busy looking after a baby at 3 in the morning, exhausted, and you're all busy texting each other because you're all in the same boat, you will really enjoy that camaraderie. So if you're on the fence about this one, I would just say do it or put it on your baby registry so people can pitch in for it, because even if you don't end up bonding with the moms, you will at least get basic information for birthing and looking after your baby. But the best case scenario is that you'll get some ride or die women who will be on your side, and you'll have some great friends for some of the craziest times in your life. Ta-da! There's some bonus items. These are ones that I haven't personally used, but my mom's group recommended. Again, why mom's groups are so great. This one's called the Oogie Boogie Bear, and we have a nasal aspirator, but when my friend recommended this, I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I get this? And I just put it in my cart. I would definitely think this is a really great idea for getting out anything from a baby's nose, which if you have a baby, is really hard to do. So this helps do that. And the other option that we have is a donut pillow for postpartum. I didn't personally use this, but my friend did, and she thought it was really important. And I think I might do a whole separate video on postpartum items, and would definitely recommend that. And that brings us to the end of the list of our 11 best baby buys for 2022. If I've missed anything that you think is super helpful and you've used, please just list it below. And if you are interested in more videos like this, please subscribe and like this video, and let me know what you would like to hear about the early days of having a baby. Bye.